I prefer Professor Daddy. We're on the air.
You had cleaned up the bottom of this cavern just as you were asked to by the Funglets up above, and you only have one area left to go, the opposite side of the cavern, the opposite side of this rift, and you are welcome to do whatever.
So, planned was to first take a break and attempt a ritual with the body of the dead Titan.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
First,
What
before
was
that
that?
happens. I just need a fingy from the big boy.
Well, go get your fingy and then we can get started on this ritual.
I will go chop off a finger.
Do you need any help with that?
They are
I
big fingers.
think it should be easy.
Okay.
Where are you gonna
Good
put
luck.
this? This finger is probably the size of your body.
Or your arm at least.
That's a good point. How big is it?
Maybe you just take the fingertip. Does that count?
It use its fingernail as a shield.
That would be so creepy but so cool.
Yeah, actually, how big are the fingers?
If it's a gargantuan creature, they're probably... The pinky is probably the size of your thigh.
Jesus.
Like the girth.
Good God.
You know what? I will take a finger.
You're gonna... How... Do you realize how heavy that's gonna be?
I'll just strap it to my back. It's fine.
Okay.
Honestly,
It's gonna
if it
start
decomposes...
stinking. I was gonna say, it's gonna start smelling like Kaelor in a few days if you aren't careful.
I have big plans for this finger.
Okay.
They
Okay.
better be big plans.
And what was the thing's name again? Just for my records.
Fallen Titan.
Fallen Titan. Yeah.
So, anyone want an axe?
I try to lift the axe.
I was gonna say I help
Give
Elora
me
try to
an
lift the
athletics check.
axe. I'm gonna
Give me a-
just the girlfriends.
Wow.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
For a solid few seconds, you're able to just hold it up above your head as Barry looks down at this thing and just, Barry?
What is the Fallen Titan's strength score?
That's a great question. Let me look it up. Leave, I didn't have it ready. Continue. Talk while I look it up.
So I'm gonna take out the 1,000 gold crystal and mount the Titan with Barry.
27.
Oh, so we have the same strength score.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
It's just a bit unwieldy in my hand. Yeah. So, and then with some assistance and perhaps some bardic inspiration, I don't know. Did you think about
Let
what?
me see if I've got any left in the bank here. Yeah, no, you're out. You're on your own, honey. I ain't
Well,
got nothing
If
left.
someone else helps, if Sporelina helps me, can I add her bardic inspiration?
Sure.
And I assume this would be like a medicine thing, where I could assist with medicine. You know, fitting the bones in the right place.
And drop a 4th level ceremony spell.
All right. So, what are you attempting to do? Describe the situation.
So, as the bodies of all the demons begin to like fizzle and turn into black gook and wither away, she's just gonna climb on top of the Fallen Titan, and she's just like looking at it for a good like 10 minutes while everybody else is like picking through the remains and trying to see if there's anything to gather. And like she's just, her vision is just like slowly turning from the Titan to Barry to the Titan to Barry, and she just looks around. She's just like, there's some good bones here, and she's going to take her sword, and where she split the thing's eyes open, she's gonna like use her sword as like a where I'm looking for a skinning knife, and just sort of like peel back the skin on the face until where the skull is exposed.
Oh, a fillet knife.
Yeah, like a fillet knife, and she's going to expose the thing's skull, and she's going to start carving the runes into the skull itself as she begins the ceremony.
All right. So, as you begin the ceremony, you guys see just bone after bone. Elora just strips the flesh and the muscle and the skin off of each and every bone. And as you take one hand from this Titan, it just immediately turns into the new rib cage of Barry. And as you take out the radius and the ulna, they become the new femurs for Barry. And as you take out the the different vertebra, they become the knuckles for Barry, and the feet as well, that now have these spinous processes pointing out in a way that would make it even more deadly for Barry to hit something. And yeah, it just...
I was gonna say,
trying to put the skull on him too.
Oh, I totally hit the wrong button. Yeah, however many tiers I can jump is my plan here.
I'm gonna go with still just one ceremony per tier.
But that's also integrating the 1,000 gold crystal.
1,000 gold crystals. So this is okay. I see what you're saying. I didn't really intend for multiple tier jumps. I was intending for
Did
one
you intend
jump.
us to kill a time?
Fuck no. Well, maybe. I don't know. What tier is he currently?
Tier 5.
And how many tiers did I give him? 8?
No, he's got 10 tiers.
10 tiers. All right. All right. How about you give me a religion check? Because this is according to your religion and your paladin. Anything above a 15, he'll raise 2 tiers.
I have help with this and Sporelina's bardic inspiration.
Yeah, balls.
Wow. Well, I can't get above a 15.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. I have
9.
DM inspiration.
Do you?
I do. You gave me DM inspiration like 2 sessions ago, and I haven't used it.
Reroll. Give me a D20.
11 plus 5?
That's a 16. Barry jumps from 5th to 7th.
Oh!
Tell us
Jeez.
what he
That's
has.
not a good sound.
Okay, so jumping from 6 to 7, his hit points are now 350. He has a shield reaction, explosive bone flurry action, and he now has 5 attacks and can cast Bones of the Earth with a DC of 18. And he's just looking fucking hulking and bizarre with all these bones from the fucking Titan mixed with bodies of humanoids and flesh and pieces of mushroom stitched together with blood magically flowing from ins and outs of different portions of the flesh that's stitched together.
Can we be frank? Is he just turning into kind of this ugly, hulking monstrosity of just raw, unhinged power?
Was
I
he
would
not
say-
already?
I would say handsome monstrosity of hulking power.
I know I've said this before, and I'll say it again, but I'm really glad that D&D hasn't gotten into VR yet.
I was going to say, this would be
Dude.
kind of interesting to see.
At some point, we are getting a VR set and we are streaming that shit. Like in the far, far future, when we're all billionaires, like when we can afford it.
yes.
Like that is when we are going to do it.
That's promise to the audience. Oh. Yeah. I was going to say I wouldn't want to meet Barry in a dark alley, but I'm pretty sure he takes up the entire alley.
Yeah, level tier 8 he can use my, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, so that happened.
You just see Cinna laughing with glee, like just doing little happy clapping jumps in the air, just
And so Barry is now, we'll say he's a good solid 50% larger. What size was he before this?
He was a large construct.
He's going to go to huge at this point, which can be detrimental if he's trying to get through narrow areas. Just keep that in mind.
Cool. That also means now he can grapple gargantuan.
He suddenly got smaller.
Jesse's like, no,
was
what have I
then.
done?
It was then he realized he had fucked up.
Yes. Yep.
5% larger.
Looking
Alright.
over at Sporelina, just like who's like very quietly in the corner, just sort of like literally just faced her worst fear, which was flame water falling on her face. I'm gonna suggest perhaps we should take advantage of this nice warm area and take a nice rest here while we before we climb back up the mountain on the other side.
I think that might be a good idea. All in favor?
I
And I don't remember. Did we loot whatever was left on dude and dudette here? I assume there was not much on the Fallen Titan that we could have.
There was not much. However, let's go. Let me see. Let me type up something. You guys talk amongst yourself. The handout needs to be typed up. So
We do have
1
the
minute.
Minotaur's armor that we took off of him before.
Yep.
I believe Cannon has written down on her.
Stashed away.
Safe and sound.
So I assume we're just gonna head to bed and we're not gonna, screw around too much.
I
It
would like to
depends on
say
what you mean by
yes.
screw around.
You still have the energy?
Mess.
I'm alive
mess up
again,
the corpse.
sweetheart. I
Hey,
could
fair
fuck you here to
point.
Tuesday.
Yeah, join the club. You guys are still.
Ew,
Well,
God,
maybe
fuck
not
no.
Elora.
Fuck no. You stay away from me, you little creep.
Huh? What?
She said, Elora just said she could fuck me, until Tuesday, and then you're like, yeah, I could,
You said join the club.
yeah, I could join the club, and
Oh.
it's like, fuck no, ish,
Wait a
ish,
minute.
ish.
Kurtz is a little
Ish.
bit woozy. He's pretty
Ish,
banged
ish,
up.
ish.
Listen. Well, Sporelina's only died once. I don't know how many times you've died. I've died twice here today, so that's like another day for me. All I'm saying is, get used to dying. Get busy living and busy dying. That's my motto.
There's a certain point at which your powers won't be able to resurrect us, though, Kurt.
Oh yeah. Well, it's the final death. Someday, not today, or maybe today. Who knows?
Well, tonight I'm gonna give your sister the little death.
Okay, do it in a corner, please. You guys are very loud.
Oh, quit your bitchin'.
I'm so glad I didn't die. I could never leave you, Book. I'd have to leave you if I died. It'd be
We're
very
gonna have to
bad.
do something about that at some point, right?
You have a giant bone golem of death. I think we could leave him in his book alone.
True, but I'm not calling Barry my precious.
I want to say I remember you calling Barry your precious.
Well, he's my
Those exact
precious
words.
baby boy, but
Yeah, yours is bone golem. His precious baby is his, book. And mine is the necklace of fingers.
you know what? He's your brother, so if he goes crazy, I'm sure he'll snap and kill you first.
Do we still have the taunting up, or is that
The taunt
is that
bug?
out? No, the taunting. Which of us is gonna die first? Gets
Oh, the Deadpool?
yeah. I specifically tried to avoid that.
Copywritten.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys go through Strixus's stuff, first off, you find 23 gold that you can add to your equipment, but you also find this. And I forgot to add who it was from, so give me 1 second before you read it. Well, that was dumb. There we go. All right. Now you may read it. Whoever.
Passageway to the eastern side of the rift is difficult to find. On the fungal seal are small alcoves, and one of them is a capstone that descends away. Once inside, make a deal with 4 gnome wizards to watch over the teleportation circles. They usually will say yes to anything when offered rare gems and metals. After that, they should show you the correct circle that will raise you back to the surface. Don't offend them. They will make your life miserable.
Sounds like my brothers.
Question, DM. Is the Titan's axe made of a rare metal?
Didn't think about that. Let's roll a D100. We'll say above a 75. Nope, just iron.
Of iron. Oh, he could probably outfit a whole regiment with that much iron.
Hey, can anyone teleport stuff?
I mean, I could get us up to 5 miles, I believe.
Well, I'm just saying the axe can outfit, 5 regiments. Drop that off in not Embla, Stoneholm, and drop a note says, "Hey, use this to make armor."
True. I think Sporelina can, but I don't know. Oh. Okay.
You are taking a long rest.
True, but that would drop her from a 6th or 7th level spell on a long. Do we have any gems or rare metals? I'm sure we have gems somewhere.
I can't say I've got any.
I would
Let me
imagine the
check.
reason they were guarding the way down here is the big boy right there. So
Oh, I do have some gemstones.
I can make something, probably.
I mean, it's not it's not listed as specifics, but I have 1,700. I would assume gold pieces worth.
Of gemstone?
Yeah.
I have this cool skull.
Pretty rocks, and then he pulls out this skull.
The one thing I don't have up is Orleana's bag of holding. Is that in a different document? Alright, well, we'll take a rest and we'll try and find these 4 gnome wizards. Go stomp some pygmies and continue the war effort, I suppose.
Well, shall we?
All right, so you guys take a long rest. Go ahead and expend a ration.
We could eat the fallen titan.
You pity the fallen titan?
We could eat the fallen titan.
Oh, eat.
Sorry, I just got access to the bag of holding. Cool. What were you saying about the Fallen Titan, Brad?
He wants to cannibalize it.
It's not cannibalism. It's a titan.
I didn't
it's
use
not
much flesh.
people. Yeah, exactly. Make some more rations. I'm sure the mushrooms might possibly be edible. Maybe.
Sure.
DM ruling on that. Can we make rations out of the titan?
The 22 nature check from Sporelina.
Sure.
Okay, Kertz is going to spend his time before bed making rations for everybody.
Okay, I'm going to need a persuasion check from Kertz on trying to convince me to eat Titan ration.
I tell you, my persuasion is very good. 0.
Wow. 19.
Damn.
Is that enough for you, Senna?
I'm trying to think of what would be the counter of. I guess would I do my own persuasion check?
That you can even set your own DC if you want. It's up to you.
Insight or charisma save, maybe.
Christmas save
Survival.
seems right.
+5 if
Religion.
you're near me.
Oof.
Ooh,
Oof.
damn.
Oof.
Well, that's more for me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, hold on to it. I might change my mind later, but right now it's a no for me.
No, for me.
As Kertz goes off to the lower thigh of the flesh that doesn't have a bone in it anymore. He's just starting to carve away.
Boneless Titan wings.
Ew.
Oh god.
Okay. What do I need to roll for how many rations I can make?
This would be like a cooking sort of deal. We would go with.
Medicine.
I think if medicine sounds right, medicine plus nature.
Well, just for cooking, you need to chop stuff. Ooh, that's bad.
And the nature is just is nature intelligence based, right? Yeah, so that's like knowing what things go with what, how much stuff you need to use. Wisdom is I don't know, your cooking ability. And at this point, you're able to cook up a few good pieces of meat, but a lot of them just fall short. They become too tough, way too tough to eat, and you get 8 rations out of it.
Yes. Okay, who wants a
Go
ration?
for you. Good for you. Elora, can you hold on to mine? Because I don't know if I want that right now.
Think of
I
it
mean,
as
sure.
an emergency ration.
I
Yeah,
toss it.
fine. It can. You know what? Fine. Fine. I will take it as the emergency ration.
There you
I
go.
can justify that.
Emergency
It's still
human jerky.
disturbing. Don't say that.
It's not a person.
Why
That's
would you
like-
say that?
It's not a person.
It's like
it's
it's a
DiGiorno.
big. It's
Stop it. That's worse.
just a big cow.
Are you a
I
cow
mean,
then
so is
too?
Morik.
Hey, if he died, we couldn't bring him back. Steak's good eat.
Wonder if he's watching right now.
Hope not. Not
We
to
promised
that.
we weren't talking about eating your character.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
maybe.
was.
might have.
I was.
Can we look for this this seal that is supposed to open up to the area with the 4 wizards?
Sure. So you already took your long rest, is what you're saying?
Yes.
All right, everyone,
Okay.
make sure you take your long rest, do your ration, switch
How
on
many
those spells that you
rations?
need.
How many rations did everyone take? Just so I know how to add to my.
1.
I don't.
Okay, 1. Sporelina does not eat meat.
Nope.
Okay, and Bruder.
Kaelor, how much human jerky do you take?
It's not
Why
people.
would you say that?
He's not people.
It's
I'll take
celestial.
one giant turkey.
I
He's not. He's not people because my people spells don't work on him. That's how you know. It's science.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
totally. That's exactly how that works.
Don't you just wait for the fair every year so you can have your giant Titan leg?
I don't think I've ever had that before, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
You've never had a turkey leg before?
Not a Titan turkey leg.
Not a Titan turkey leg.
Cool, I just got 6 free rations. Well, 5.
Good for you. You
Yeah.
nasty.
Getting nasty. Yeah, I'm looking for the seal.
All right, give me an investigation check.
I am assisting. Someone with investigation.
Can I use perception?
I'll do it. Fuck
Do it.
it.
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage? Good.
Okay, 15 or 24.
Nice.
All right. After you go down the first alcove, you find it relatively quickly, and it seems to have a seal on it, much different than the seals that you saw in terms of like. It is the same kind of dialect, the dwarvish, ancient dwarvish dialect, but it is a lot different than a seal to keep in something. It's more or less like a seal just to keep the door closed, if that makes sense.
Can I read it?
Yeah, you can read it, and it's
I was gonna say I'm gonna need some help. I'm gonna need some help translating this nonsense.
does anyone have primordial? as a language.
Ooh, I'm maybe. Nope, abyssal. Never mind. Damn it.
Languages. Sporelina
Close.
does not.
Kind of. Wait.
Waiting.
I would. Do I have? Where is it? I could do legend lore. Maybe. Would that work?
That would most certainly work, I think.
Do we want to try it, or do we want to try to use the spell?
Oh, it's a seal, right?
It is a seal, and you could read some of it, but there's
Can-
also aspects of primordial language in it.
Can I ding my chime of opening?
You most certainly could.
Let's try the chime first.
Yeah, let's try that.
All right, as you
Wait, this is after a long rest, right?
yes.
Okay. I don't know why my brain decided to completely skip that part.
So as you bing against the seal, you hear a very satisfying click and a movement of stone as the seal uncaps. Doesn't open all the way; it just like opens enough where you would have to lift it. And it's like a manhole 2 times the size of a manhole, but similar in concept. Where as it pops open, you just need to lift up the rest of it, and it's on a hinge. And do you do that?
Yes.
And as you do that, you look inside, and you can see it is there's a slight glow about 35 feet below, down to the bottom of the floor.
Kaelor, you want to fly down there and investigate it?
Mm-hmm. I'll fly right down there. I can't promise how good the investigating will be.
All right, Kaelor, as you slink through the manhole and down into this chamber, there is a 10-foot square capstone at the very bottom of this chamber, very similar to the capstone that you just saw. The hemispherical chamber is 70 feet across, and the floor is 35 feet below, which you know. Standing on the capstone and stating, nope, is another seal very similar to the seal that you saw up there on that capstone. And let me move you all over to that particular map. Give me 1 second. Copy.
Woo-skadoo, we can do.
Oh wait, no. Bringing you there. I totally forgot to do stuff.
Lighting on this one.
Yeah, lighting. So don't look at anything.
Well, it's blinding white for me.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh
All right.
God, I'm blind. My eyes.
Dynamic lighting. All right. I think that's all that we need. Okay, now I feel a lot better. And it should be black.
Yes.
And now light giving party token.
There we are.
And so you descend in this area, Kaelor, and you can see this stone right here is directly below the capstone that you guys all came under, and it has the exact same seal on it. There are doors leading to the east and the west, and there are staircases leading to the north and the south. And Kaelor, the first thing that really catches your eye is there's no light source in this area. No torches, no lamps, no nothing. But what you do see is a very bluish glow, kind of like if someone had glow-in-the-dark paint and they splattered it all over this up northern part of the wall. Just like this glow-in-the-dark paint. And it's just emanating a little bit of light, a little bit of glow.
Go take a look at the glowy bit.
All right, give me an investigation check and an arcana check.
This is
What
about
can you
15 feet down.
see?
35 feet down.
What
Let's
can
start tying
you
off the rope.
see?
Sure.
Hey, look at me rolling high.
Hey,
And
that's actually pretty good.
Investigation, please.
Nice.
All right. Investigation.
Ooh, rolling
Ooh.
doubles. Very nice.
Wow. Very nice. Kaelor, you go full inspector mode. Like this is no stranger to you. You've been here before in terms of this inspection, seeing what the hell happened, trying to figure out, piece together what had occurred, and you notice that on the opposite side of the semi-hemispherical chamber are broken pieces of what looks to be a long staff. It has been shattered in many, many different pieces, but you look over here and you could see this like glowing stuff on the wall, and you realize that this is magical residue. There was a very, very large magical explosion that occurred here, and you notice that there are 4 spots, I guess, points at which the magical explosion impacted, and the spots are just left as residue on the floor. But the origin of that explosion seemed to have come maybe like right around here is the origin, a little bit up there. And then the 4 spots were like 1, 2, 3, and then like 4.
I look a little more cautiously at the seal.
Okay.
All right. So is it like just similar, or is it like the same type of seal as the one that I saw up there?
Same. The exact same.
Okay. Okay. I think I got some information. I'm a bit confuzzled. I'm gonna take the bits from the staff, and fly back up and relay this information, because I think I figured something out, but I have no idea what to do about it.
Okay. You
You
bring up
okay?
pieces of the staff and you fly back up out of the hole to meet with everyone else.
So,
Why do you
pretty
keep
sure.
bringing us pieces of wood?
I think it might have to do with the magical explosion down there. There's a bunch of that, that glowy magic plasma goo stuff on the
Yes,
wall down
yes.
there. Yeah, I think, and another seal down there, and then what does that mean?
Kertz, make a history check.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Not bad at that.
19.
Or
Kertz,
not.
Kertz, you have no idea how. You have no idea why. You've heard about keeping memories from your past selves, but this just hits you like a deja vu moment. Like you've seen this before. You know you haven't. But maybe deep within yourself, in a reincarnation form in the past, you've seen this before and you've used it.
Yep, I know what it is. Yep. Okay, now I know why it was me.
That was not in the script, but I just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. Were there any corpses down there? Or just the staff and the stuff?
Just the staff and the stuff. I mean, there was the seal in the middle of the room. And it looks like the explosion might have come from kind of nearby there. And it blew up the side of the room, and then on the other side of the room there was the shattered staff. I don't know if would that be like from the seal, or would it be from, or was that possibly what shattered the staff was the explosion? Maybe some kind of magic wielder fight down there. I mean, I don't know how how the wizard shit works. Like I just kind of do my magic and like I don't know.
Like, I don't want to, ruin all the adventuring or whatever, but I could just turn us into air and we could just float up out of the canyon if we want.
I completely forgot about that.
And we wouldn't have to deal with, with like exploding wizards and whatnot. I mean, I know that's kind of our thing right now, but
Yeah, no, I'd rather just float out of here.
well, kind of correct with the floating wizard. Well, exploding wizard. Well, the staff was the explosion, which is why it's broken. See there, these stabs, where if you break them over your knee, you can really fuck up somebody else's plans.
Especially the DMs.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying Kertz is a reincarnation?
That would
Same-
explain
same
your
soul,
old
different
man.
body.
I was gonna say that would explain your old man-tude sometimes.
I did not plan for this.
It was not
Like,
canon. I just made it up on the spot.
Oh, okay. So I mean,
I
that's
mean,
up to
it
you guys.
would.
I could save the spell slot for something else, but it does last for 8 hours, so we could kill those pygmies and then go just fly back to the mushroom.
I mean, I'm personally just a fan of ballooning out of here on a gust of wind, but that's just me.
Well, we can always come back at a less urgent time. And last time we kind of went into something gung ho. We died.
Yeah, the two of us.
So-
As Sporelina
I
just gives
was-
the dark eyeball to Elora.
I was thinking,
The ancient
dragon.
void dragon? Yeah.
Yeah, that big guy. And especially if we know they have magic staves that go boom.
Agreed. Well, and she's gonna go ahead and cast Windwalk.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll turn into farts and float up and out side of the canyon, get as close to our little pygmy village as possible.
All right, let me just close that book.
Fuck
And that
your
entire
mini dungeon.
prep session that I just did. Let's see here.
Oh, the DM's bane.
Yes, high
You
level
just fi-
is the DM's bane.
You just
Travel
finished
spell.
describing some object that fucked up your plans before and thought, yeah, they'll follow along after that.
That's okay. I'm not worried.
You are
okay,
standing in a field of anti-magic, lose that spell slot, and cannot turn into wave.
let's see. I'm trying to find that darn eastern side. Is it western?
I thought we were on the western side, then we went down and whatever the pygmy side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The side where we
Yeah.
haven't killed everybody.
Yet.
I feel like that's a very limiting direction.
Not for us.
Give me a second. Zoop. All right, so you guys go into gaseous forms, and you continue your way up the side of the rift. And as you do, you finally emerge on the eastern side of the rift. On here, you can actually see that on part of the rift, there was a flow of very slow, this is not rushing, but a very slow moving lava going on the side. There was a small waterfall that seemed to cool before it even reached the bottom of the rift, so you didn't really notice it while you were down there. But as you start to climb, you notice it gets hotter and hotter, and you can see this molten magma that is just solidifying on the wall itself as it flows out of the side of the rift. As you get all the way up, you find yourself at the top of these ruins, these buildings that, once again, very similar to the western ruins, that they look dwarvish in nature. And you fly up, and you can just see exactly what you see here. We paste. There you go.
We like solidify behind one of these buildings and then like slowly creep.
All right, give me a stealth check, please.
Sure, I can do.
19. I think everyone needs to give me a stealth check.
Really?
Do I have to?
Must we?
Mine is the 5.
Yep.
13 for Sporelina.
Gotcha. All right. So as you guys look around, you can see Kaelor. Stealth check, please. Kaelor, are you pooping?
What?
No, he stealthed.
Yeah,
There.
it's there.
Oh, did he?
It's 23.
How did I miss that? Okay, sorry. All right. From the faint sounds of you guys rising up and then changing, you look around these ruins. From the forgotten foundations of these ruins rise the faint sounds of battle. Strange clicks and pops echo throughout the area and float on the underworld breeze. From within, the utterly desolate facade of the cliff face, which bears a fungal growth all over the side near the lava that dominates the others, and it seems to be the same color as the lava, sort of a rust color as the lava goes through it. But the battle seems to be over a little bit further to the east, and you are welcome to look around.
Captain Sporelina. That is a 21.
As Sporelina looks around, she can see over on the eastern side where the ruins begin to dissipate and more fungal forest begins to become larger and larger. She can see movement of 2 large groups of Vegipigmies, about 50 of each different kind of Vegipigmy, clashing at each other, spears at the ready, nets being thrown, mushrooms very similar to the kind that Sporelina would throw off of her body are throwing into the chaos right now, way off, probably around 200 feet away from where you are.
Seems like they're locked in combat, hey?
Yeah.
I mean, do we charge in there and blow them up, or do we wait until they thin each other out a little bit more?
I'd say let's wait. Honestly, if we can avoid, wasted energy, we might as well.
Kaelor, how far can you cast Fireball?
Oh my fucking god!
But I want to watch the fight.
Well, no,
Don't
you
get
just
to
meant
watch
like when they're
I was gonna
thinned
say,
out. They're 200 feet
when-
away right now.
150
I think we should
feet.
start putting bets up.
Like I can also cast Wall of Fire at 120 feet, so it'll be pretty easy to encircle them.
Hey, me too.
All right.
This is great. We're just gonna destroy everything with fire, which I find really ironic, Sporelina, that you would have fire spells when it is your greatest fear.
Well, you have to control what you fear, so that it has less power over you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how you can control venereal diseases.
Is there besides the ruins, is there a place any closer between us and 200 feet that would be a good place to camp out and wait?
The ruins actually are probably the best point at which to do that.
Okay.
Spy him.
Yeah. We're gonna sit here and wait for a little bit as the war is going.
All right,
Can
so
Can we get a better vantage point to actually see what's going on besides just waiting?
Sure. Let me move you guys over. To
I mean,
the map.
Barry is a huge creature, so he's not really hiding.
All right. right, so you guys see in front of you just a multitude of different Vegipigmies. Some are going down already. It is a very large area that they're just battling it out with each other. And as they do, multiple are just going down and hitting the ground and not moving. We're going to roll percentile dice and see who comes out on top. As you continue to watch, you can see that the more green of the Vegipigmies are losing badly, and the more beige are just absolutely wrecking them, throwing balls of puff mushroom spores in their face, causing them to choke, and then they stab them with their spears. And as they go down, they stay down. After about maybe 30 minutes of this chaos, you can see the beige pygmies finally cheer off into victory and run off northward away from this area.
Are we letting them run off?
I don't know.
You know what? Nah, I say we don't. I'm gonna cast 150 feet away, 100-foot wall, Firestorm.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, so they are running northward. Are you like going to what do you call it? Lead the Firestorm so that it like as you cast it this way, they are coming into it and they can just hit it right then and there?
I'm going to cast it on the first row of pygmies. It is 10 10-foot cubes, which I can arrange as I wish. So, just kind of following the line of the Vegipigmies. The first, line that's trying to escape.
Sure. All right. This is mass combat. Roll that damage.
Yeah, it's a dex of 18. Ooh, it's taken a while. Ooh.
36 points of damage. I don't think that will be an issue. No.
It is
that even if they did
fire.
save, their health is 18. So they are going to fail, and I think they're vulnerable to... Nope, doesn't say they're vulnerable, but I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be. So you guys see this enormous firestorm just take over a part of the fungi forest as these Vegipigmies just become engulfed in flame, and for a second you can't see them through all the fire, and then as the fire kind of dissipates after the spell wears off, you just see bodies hitting the floor.
Well, let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the...
Sporelina is being, or Cinnamoira is being inspired to write a new song.
Who has the highest passive perception besides Sporelina?
I've got a 23.
Oh, she's higher than
Cinnamoira.
Sporelina.
As you watch this firestorm, the rest of you are kind of captivated on what is happening there. You catch out of the corner of your eye something moving in the battlefield that just occurred, and you notice a Vegipigmy that was laying on the ground, possibly stabbed, gets up and runs into the forest. And as that happens, you notice another one. And then about 20
Hit
and
fireball,
30,
fireball.
and then more begin running eastward into the forest as they just get up like they didn't just die from...
guys.
Play. It was
They
play
fucking
battle.
played us. Alright, little
Kaelor?
motherfuckers.
Fireball.
All right.
Taylor, roll me an initiative. Let's see how quick you can get off. It'll be... I knew you were going to say that. All right, 24. So the majority of them you can easily pick off with the fireball, but at least 24% or roughly 12 of them escape into the forest. So go ahead and drop that fireball. Let's see the damage. 26. So some of them actually might survive because they do have 18 hit points. So we're going to do... all right, so only a few of them will survive. So 12 of them escaped, and then another probably 13 or 14 also escaped burning, obviously, but you killed the rest of them with the fire. As you look back at the firestorm that just dissipated and these Vegipigmies that just got lit up, they're not moving.
All right. How are the ones to the firewall doing? or nearby the firewall.
Did you cast a firewall?
Or
Firestorm is instant, so no, it is. Not.
Okay. I thought it was the firewall that you would cast. Okay.
Well, Sporelina was going to cast that, but I want to let you guys do your things, and I don't know if I can now.
All right. I mean, if they run further away, can I still see where any of them ran off to?
Yeah, they went eastward into the forest. It's too thick for you to really.
Could I
see further.
like have? Could I like project the general direction from how fast they're running and they're heading and all that kind of just on a macro level?
Sure. They have 30-foot movement speed, and you can see they're relatively fast for being so small.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to guess where the lump of them that ran off were, and then we're gonna cast an insect plague on top of them. That's got a 300-foot range, so.
Good God.
Love it.
No survivors. No survivors.
Only
No
13.
shit,
I
Sherlock.
assume this is concentration, so it's going to happen
Yeah.
for quite some time. Sphere of 20 feet, so a range of 300, but a sphere of 20 feet. So it's not going to get too many of them, but of the ones that it got, it's going to get about 50% of them. And because most of them were already harmed by the
And that's
fireball.
20-foot radius, but
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, 20-foot radius, got it.
Yeah.
In that case, okay. So there are currently, we said about roughly 29 different Vegipigmies that have already escaped and it's absconded. And we will say that you were able to grab an extra 10. So now there should be only 18 that have escaped. But you can't confirm that until you go over there. I will say you don't know how many you got. You just sent it.
Yeah, I just assume that I probably got most of them. I mean, I wouldn't be so confident as to assume I got all of them for sure.
But as you guys approach, you could see just insects nibbling on all of the different fungi, and maybe Sporelina doesn't feel so good.
I was gonna say, Sporelina, you doing okay? I'm taking the silence as a yes.
Sorry. I just got a message from my former boss. Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Okay,
Do we want to try
just-
and like run after them, or do we want to just like pick through their ruins here and wait for them to slowly like come back?
Do you really think they're gonna come back after that
I mean-
onslaught?
If we pile up the corpses, yeah. Wait.
You just get
never-
the absolute face of disappointment. I'm sorry. Just they're
The-
not Lincoln Logs, you asshole.
The forest, like in the video game, the forest and creating effigies just ran through my head as I'm playing forest.
Oh god.
I feel like I'm gonna get outvoted here.
No, I'm just saying gather all the bodies in a pile, like never mind. I'm gonna shut my mouth now.
I was gonna say, you best keep that mouth
Sweet girl.
shut, mister.
My sweet love, why don't you and Sporelina hang back here and pick through the ruins, and we'll go do some things with the bodies.
What do we
Okay.
know about
Ugh.
pygmies again, anyways?
Okay, I guess I'll go and... Okay, Sporelina, I just grab her hand, and I kind of march her a little more aggressively than I wanted to, but it's like, I'm just gonna get out of here before I start getting more uncomfortable with this, and I'm gonna go and investigate the ruins.
All right. As for Kaelor, you may do a nature check to try and figure out what you know of them. Oof.
I know they're short.
You do have a point of inspiration, I believe. You had a purple dot on you.
Oh
So-
god.
Get a 10.
I don't know if I care enough about this.
Just try it anyway.
You're gonna
oh,
care
oh.
enough about it.
Oh wait, okay. Oh wait. Wait, like the Wait, is this like the inspiration or is this
No,
like
it's
the
from Senna.
Okay. Oh, that inspiration. Oh, then yeah, no, I'll definitely use that. I thought you meant the
Redo, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 13. Nope, 12. I know how to do math.
Guidance.
So,
Guidance.
oh, you're
Don't
guiding to
forget
your
guidance.
brother?
Yeah, might as well.
All right.
Kind of half-assed about it, but now he's interested.
Good old
You just
smack on
kind
the
of punch him in the arm.
Tousle his hair.
Are you doing the D4 or is Kaelor doing the D4?
You're really gonna touch that
Here comes the
greasy ass
D4.
hair.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
So, Elora and Kaelor, you both recall that Vegipigmies are created by a dangerous fungus known as russet mold. Creatures slain in the presence of russet mold spores rapidly decay into a mound of red-brown moldy moss. A short time later, a newborn Vegipigmy rises from the mound. A Vegipigmy has no real relation to the body from which it emerged, but the creature may yet retain a strange sort of reverence for its birth corpse, and carry with it a grisly memento from the body, typically a few bones or teeth. All Vegipigmies are dimly aware of their life cycle, born from a mold infection corpse, destined to decay into a pile of russet mold, only to infect a new host and begin the cycle anew. Vegipigmies adapt and grow reactively, but do not evolve as individuals, with but one exception. The sprout will choose for itself a role within the tribe, to be protector, leader, or advisor, and it serves in that role until its cycle renews.
Are these plant type creatures?
Indeed they are.
Wait, so you said red-brown color. That what's with these green boys?
Yeah, like, I mean, it's variations.
Okay, gotcha. So it's not like anything just mind-shattering that some of them are green.
Yeah, exactly. But you can see that potentially these are two separate molds that have made two different tribes. But they're all considered Vegipigmies. But they might be from different mold cultures.
Okay, and then do to our knowledge, do they like do anything outside of general reverence to do their reverence for the big mold corpse?
Not with that nature check, no.
Okay.
So what you're saying is we get to destroy 2 villages.
Sporelina and Cinna, you guys went off into the ruins.
Yes.
Yes.
What are you guys doing?
Investigating. We're detectives.
Okay. And so you're looking at the ruins to see what is up with them?
Yeah, I kind of want to see if there's any, like, historical significance to what the,
What the mushroom people want with it.
yeah.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. You may do so with advantage.
Oh,
That's
thank God.
Sporelina. I assume Sporelina is proficient.
Absolutely. Oh, not proficient. I don't think I.
Jeez, those are really low rolls.
For an 11, yeah, it is pretty low.
God
all right.
damn.
Cinna and Sporelina, as you guys look around these ruins over to the rift, you can see that these buildings are very much old. They're decrepit. They've been here for forever, and they are just run down. What you also notice is that by the lava just continues to flow. It must be directly under this village. In fact, you can kind of feel the rumble of the movement of the lava. Kind of uneasy, you know. If it's going to break through, you don't know. But apparently, you know, these buildings have sat on this for a while, so hopefully it won't break through anytime soon. There are several plots where there were holes dug in this area. With that investigation check, you would know that there have been excavations of this area. Definitely not of Vegipigmies or Funglette. Definitely more of the either dwarvish or elvish nature. Someone who would be looking at the history of these ruins. You also find what looks to be a hole that was not dug, but more or less like when you rip out a plant and there's a hole left behind it. That kind of a hole. And you look at this and make a nature check, please.
I was gonna say I can assist, but
Okay. She only has a
Nope.
+5.
I've only
That's
got a +3.
First roll is a 12. Second roll is a 22.
With that 22, you are able to realize that this, in fact, was a birthplace for something. something came out, was growing, taking the nutrients out of the soil, and has burst through. Yeah,
Was that one of those
Yeah.
solar seeds?
it's much bigger than for a Vegipigmy.
I'm sorry?
It is
Eh?
much bigger. It's like probably a medium to large creature.
Asked
I
about
was
the
saying
solar
like
seed.
the solar. Okay.
In comparison to Barry, how big is can Barry fit in the hole?
Hole. Yeah, he can barely fit in the hole.
He can fit in the hole though, but barely. So it's
barely.
about the same size.
Haha, barely.
Would you say he could bury fit in the hole? Yeah, I'm allowed to make horrible dad jokes.
All right. Well, I mean, we've seen large fungal giants protecting Sporelina's home, and we've seen large crystal giants protecting the crystal people, so it's not very out of the ordinary to think that they'd be creating larger creatures.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what that larger creature might be, though.
That was all in Sporelina's voice, actually. Found the
Yep.
like totally whatever.
Jeez.
You guys head
is
back
this
to the group.
with the 22 is there anything Sporelina can figure out, like has she seen anything that grows that would be about this big like that?
Make a history check. DC 20. Yeah, other than the size, it could be a lot of different things. It's hard to tell.
So we'll meet them like halfway from the battlefield. We've created like fucking old school like body effigies of the pygmy at the border of the town.
Shrugging them from the mushrooms. You know, the stuff you don't want to see.
Oh, God. All right, so you guys have strung a bunch of Vegipigmies, burnt to crisps, and a intimidation. Thank you. Even that's pretty low.
Well, I would assume I get a Kertz die. There we go, 17.
17. All right. If anyone were to step over this area, it would be terrifying to them.
Oh, I mean, all right. We've scared them off. I don't know. I'm not planning on running through an entire fungal forest to pick off a couple extra pygmies. Say we've done the job, and that's what's the plan here? Didn't find any hiding in the ruins, right?
I didn't see any. Did you?
Like, no.
Oh, we killed a bunch. Good enough for me.
Okay.
All right.
This is
so
fine.
you guys continue to go where? Where are you guys going?
We can turn into wind again and head back to the. There's no other ruins on this side of the rift, right?
Correct.
Yeah. We'll return to our wards. Make sure they make good on their deed.
All right. So you guys head back as a fart, and you turn into. I mean, that's what you guys are.
I know. It's still just, it's funny to hear it being said out loud.
Dad. You guys turn into farts and continue going backwards across the rift into the area where the Funglette temple was. You reapparate, and as you turn into these Funglettes, or as you turn to these Funglettes, you can see many of them have been just kind of looking at your gaseous form, wondering what the hell you are, and then you materialize, and they all rush to you in kind of like a like in battle formation, but then they realize just who you are. I hope Sam did not break a glass because it sounded pretty bad. And you guys continue on looking at the Funglets who realize who you are and say, "Ah, we've been waiting for you. What news do you bring?"
If it
Well-
was alive, it's now dead.
Precisely what he said.
Wonderful, wonderful. The queen is dead, yes?
Yeah, we sent her into the unknown, as it were.
And the rift has been cleared as well.
Do they react to the giant finger on my back?
Let's roll D100 above 50, yes. You see one of the Funglets like walk over behind you, not the one in charge, just like a random Funglet, and he comes over and just starts poking at the finger as he touches it and just says, "This would make a great art piece to explode. May I have this?"
I was thinking of making my own art piece out of this, if you don't mind.
Very well. I do wish to respect your culture. Please present it to me when you have finished.
Okay.
So, does this mean our contract is fulfilled? You'll send some aid to the front lines and assist us in crossing the chasm.
It looks like you don't really need help crossing the chasm or the rift anymore. You could just turn into gas. But yes, we will abide by our contract. You will have our aid should the battle at Halath pursue.
Well, that's wonderful, wonderful. Well, this spell's on the timetable, so we probably better head on out. Well, yeah, I suppose we'll send word to you when it's time to attack.
Good luck to you, and may you grow tall into the wild.
Barry straightens up a little bit.
Very. All right. As the Funglets begin to disperse, you see one just kind of munching on, looks like a piece of flesh that exploded, rotting flesh, I should say. And you can see multiple people are eyeing at Kertz, the finger that he has, that is just strapped. It's pretty much from like the top of your head down to your butt, and you've only gotten like 2 or 3, maybe 3 of the joints of the finger. It's massive.
So we can fly at about 68 miles an hour, and just hoof it back across the cap.
All right. You are more than welcome to do that as you guys turn into farts once more and head off into the other side of the rift. And you can continue to travel even further, even potentially getting into the area that leads out from the fungi forest, if that is your desire.
Are we talking about like the back door to Haloth kind of out of the fungal forest?
Indeed.
I mean, that's our desire.
That's what we're here for.
I figured you guys were going. All right, so you guys continue on going for this thing lasts. You've already used probably a few hours worth. So how many miles per hour?
About 68 miles an hour.
68 miles an hour. Damn, that's fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Hold on. I need to do math. Let's see. Miles. That's about... Wow. Okay. By the 7th hour, we'll say, you pass through these caverns. The things that you see as you pass through these caverns include multiple different scouting parties of Drow who do take note of your gaseous form moving at such a speed above them, but you go right past them unless you would like to stop. Small scouting parties, maybe no more than 5 or 6. As you continue going further, are you guys doing anything? You guys can't talk, but you can like swirl in a circle if you guys want to like stop. Anyone swirling in a circle? Or are you continuing on?
Or the
Continuing on.
yeah,
They
I
don't
think
know
we'll
it's
just
us.
blast. Yeah, they don't know. Yeah, they don't know who or what it is. It could be one of their Drow people.
Right. And you continue going further and further, and you finally get to an area where, let me bring you guys to it. Zoop. Can you guys see this?
I do not. I see black.
All right, I'm just gonna open the dynamic lighting because you guys are very much farts and you can see everything. So you guys continue going southward down this massive cavern, and you finally make it to the gates of Haloth. You can see ballistas, many members, probably at least 50 or so members of the Drow army stationed at these towers and these gates as well. They have massive arrows that attach to the ballistas, and they also note you, kind of pointing up at whatever gaseous form that they see as you guys, do you want to stop or you can continue?
What are these things here?
Ping it. Oh, that is looks like an outbuilding. Even more, as you probably can whip around it. And again, this is a tower right here, where the ballistas are like aimed outward, in multiple different directions. There's also arrow slits. Same with this one. It's not necessarily a tower. It's more or less like a barracks on the opposite side of the wall. So for a quick deployment of a team of individual Drow before they even get to the gates. And then on the gates are multiple archers as well as more ballistas aimed in your direction. Many of them are just, hanging out, walking back and forth. Walking back and forth, and they do note you. They see.
Let's swoop in a circle, spin back around, and go back and find look for an area maybe like a mile or two away, within a mile or two, that is a good place to sort of chill out and come up with.
I do my best imitation of natural fog.
All right. Let me read this real fast just because I forgot to. As you near the city of Halath, you view a sea of lights floating within a vast cavern bathed in jade and aubergine illumination, with flecks of azure emanating from the great stalagmites and stalactites towering over the great chamber. Access to the cavern ahead is blocked by walls over 50 feet tall and reinforced with thick black stones. A large force of Drow soldiers are atop the ramparts, and a spider seemingly the size of a small village rests before the main gates, waiting for something to happen. The gates themselves are 30 feet tall and made of solid black metal. Sharp barbs stick out in an orderly and purposeful manner, placed there to gore any would-be intruders and never let them go. As is apparent in the numerous bleached white skeletons still hanging from the spikes. A mechanism for a portcullis is also visible, although the portcullis and gate are currently open. And you go back about a mile into an alcove and quickly change back into your normal selves.
Well, if that's the back door, I don't want to think about what the front door looks like.
No thanks.
It's open.
Shut up.
I mean, I can get us past the gate without any confrontation, but we'll sort of deposit ourselves right into the thick of it. What's the plan from here on out? Do we go in and do reconnaissance, or once are we planning on having them attack as we're inside causing chaos?
Well, my plan of attack is to stay alive.
Well, if everyone's attacking the main gate, the group of us is going to attract less attention until a lot of people realize it, but it will take less effort on our part if there is a much larger distraction. They'll be torn between two things, and if more people come to attack us, that'll leave less for the frontal assault to deal with. And, vice versa. We don't necessarily need everyone. We don't necessarily need them to breach the gate. We just need them to, I guess, do their thing.
Quick question, Jesse. Since we're coming from the north down south, right?
Yes.
So this is the northern gate of Haloth.
This is the northern gate to the fungi forest and back road.
The southern gate leads to the dark road.
Southern gate. You're right. Very right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, here's the thing. We could send some messages out and have them attack in the morning. Tomorrow morning, could stay here, get a good night's rest, and the morning I could get us inside. I would probably deposit us somewhere close to the southern gate, however. Because that's where House Sylvain is.
As long as we're inside the gates, I don't see an issue. I mean, if it's a massive army fight trying to invade, most people are going to be most of the warriors are going to be focused on that. They're not going to care about a bunch of lowly people in the city at the time.
I mean, you hope so.
Well, it's the law of, do I care about the 5 people doing something or the giant army that's trying to, plunder and pillage?
Question, Jesse. Kachuk, I believe, is one of the people that we killed up on the top side.
The assassin.
I think was it the assassin?
Yes.
I have a Spinky.
Do we know what house they were from? Are they a House Golian assassin or from one of the other houses?
Let's see.
Give me a second.
I don't show them under the files, the Golian files, so I just was not sure.
About how long was this?
This was during the Scourge of Embla, when the Merchant Circle was attacked.
Oh, I thought
How
Kachuk
long
was one of
ago?
the people. I had one of the heads of the Cleric head for the we fought on topside.
Yeah, that's like Disaster and Mena. That was a long time ago.
Disaster and Mena were part of Gullion,
Right, because they had the emblems.
Yeah. And I don't think Kachuk was necessarily a part of the house. He might have just gotten hired. I don't think we ever actually figured that out.
In that case, I'm going to before we start our res, I'm gonna wrap my chest to tape down my boobs, and I'm going to dress in Guy Luth's clothing and take his head out and replace mine with it.
All right, we're gonna need a disguise check. This will be a deception.
I will assist.
I have
will
a
make
finger if that helps.
Good for you.
Getting the consistency of his skin. I don't know.
There you go.
Yep, we gotta do it. We gotta do a color match.
So I'll do aid from Kertz and inspiration from Cinna.
And
Okay.
guidance from
For the
Kertz.
record, Guy Loof was not wearing any armor, so if you really want to make it authentic,
No, but he was not wearing clothes or just not wearing armor?
not wearing armor.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't need armor.
Gotcha. All right.
You can be a beast.
19.
21.
Nice, 21. All right. So you dress up as Gailuf Gullion, and you look very much like Gailuf Gullion.
Beautiful. I put a little hat on Barry just because he gets jealous that I'm getting to play dress up and he's.
Barry.
Okay. In that case, if that's the plan, Sporelina is going to cast a bunch of animal messengers.
Okay. Tell me more.
How far are we from Stoneholm? Miles
If you went through Haloth, or if you went back the way you came?
either or.
Going through Haloth would be faster. It would be 9, 10, 18, 27, 36, probably about 40 miles.
40 miles. It would take about 24 hours. It would take just under 24 hours for a messenger to get there, and then it would take what assuming they're marching on foot and they don't already have people there or ways to transport large amounts of people. It would take them 2 days of marching through the Underdark to get with an army.
Potentially.
And do we know if they've already sent people ahead, or if they have set up to move mass amounts of people?
You know nothing.
Hang on, who's that lady that gave us a bunch of gifts? It was
Something with a K. It's in
it
here.
was the Gullion.
Makinga.
Yeah. Could using disguise for Gailuf as Gailuf, couldn't we go to her as she runs the crypts? And I would assume it's not exactly a place people go to very often, as a place to hide out until everyone arrives.
The problem is we still don't really know her allegiances. Yeah, just because she's not a fan of her mother doesn't mean that she wants to see her city burn.
Just guessing based on their preemptive abilities, I don't think the army's going to help too much in the time it's going to take for us to do stuff.
It will significantly lessen the security forces that will respond when we start causing mayhem.
Right, but our mission isn't to destroy the city, it's to destroy bad bitch number 1.
And how do we get out once bad bitch number 1 has been dealt with?
We put someone else in charge that we help. Maybe Makinga. Or, someone else.
Sure.
I don't know.
Hello, society that's closed your doors to all other races. We, a bunch of other races, want to put this other person in charge of you, and she's going to tell you not to hate us anymore.
Well, we don't do it ourselves. We don't go out and fucking parade it through the streets. We just do it, we leave, and wait for, whatever their government does to do their thing.
Here's the thing. We could reach out to Makinga. Would doing so show our hand, though? If she's not as into this plan as we think she might be, that's, a klaxon bell for the entire city saying the shit's about to hit the fan.
Skitter, do you think we're gonna all die if we can't figure this shit out?
Skitter just kind of scratches behind your ear and then snaps its fingers.
Yeah.
I either have a very good or a very terrible idea.
Go on.
I will need to sleep on it. But if I can scry on Makenga and purposely fail, I believe she can see me. Please correct
You'll
me
just
if I'm
know
wrong.
that you're scrying, I believe.
She'll know I'm scrying. Yeah, okay, this is going to be a lot of hope and prayers.
All right,
So
I'm
my
giving
idea
you some
was-
thoughts and prayers. I flick him in the head and give him some inspiration.
well, not now. I need to sleep on it. As
Okay,
in, I
well,
don't
my
have-
bad, my bad.
It's all good. It's all good. Fuck. I was thinking scry on Makenga, intentionally fail, so she knows that I'm scrying, and try to get her to come and meet us to discuss a plan.
Why don't we just send her a message? That's the plan.
Because if they can intercept magic, or know that it's going on, a message looks a lot more suspicious than someone scrying on one of the higher ranking officials as a spy message. Not as like a scouting thing. If, that's how it works. I don't know. I'm a cleric. I don't know.
I'm a cleric. Well, I mean, I feel like it's all or nothing. We either send her a message saying, "Hey, meet us here if you wish to discuss," or we go in balls ablazing. Cinnamoira, do you have the sending spell available today?
Let me think on that for a second. Do I have it? Come on, computer. There we go. Do I have it? Oh God, what does that involve again? I think I do. Yeah, I could do this.
Could we send? Well, first, could we send a message to our friends in Stonehelm? Let them know that we have arrived at the back entrance, and that we need to know how long it will take to rally troops to the front line.
I don't see why not. We just need to make sure it's worded carefully. Because I'm pretty sure this is... Yeah, 25. I've got 25 words. That's probably my max on this.
Fill the dead air. I'm trying to write it.
Oh, you're fine. We're brainstorming up the perfect 25-word text message to send to our friends.
Kaelor, you
'Cause-
notice that all around this area are little tiny spiders just crawling, and going toward Haloth on the walls, the floors, and the ceilings.
What do I know about the relationship to these guys and spiders outside of them riding big ass spiders?
You know that they worship Naranius, who is the god of poison, spiders, and the Drow. It is an evil god. And believe it or not, the Drow actually worship many different kinds of gods, but only recently, during the Gullian takeover, has the god Naranius really been worshipped hardcore. And yeah, you would know that association.
Why do you think all those spiders are going in there? Do you think they're doing some kind of ritual?
Recon.
What are the name of the dudes up top? The Valderkai?
Vic, my dear.
Vic, my dear.
You know what?
eh, Kaelor's gonna grow some balls, and I'm gonna go bat mode, and I'm gonna try to get a view to kind of see if there's anywhere particular central point outside of generally into the city that the spiders are heading.
I'm gonna give you a little scruff in your very greasy hair for some bardic inspiration as you go up.
All right. Good thing this cloak of bat gives me an advantage.
Right, so you are stealthing, I assume?
Yes. I'm stealthing as a
Ooh.
bat.
Nice. All right. So as you continue going southward, you guys continue, or just Kaelor, you fly as a bat, following the trail of spiders, and the spiders. It's not like a line of spiders, but it's definitely like you spot one there, you spot one there, you spot one there, and as you continue going southward, you continue to the gates of Halath, and they're still heading in that direction. Do you continue? With that stealth check, you go unnoticed. You see the different, echolocate. You echolocate the different soldiers and station members, and they are just paying you no mention.
I am continuing on. I need to see what this fuckery is.
All right. As you get to moving into the city proper, you can finally take in the warped beauty that is the metropolis of Halath, home of the Drow. Thin towers made from the rock itself climb up toward the ceiling of this great cavern. Symbols of black spiders and buildings constructed to resemble the venerated creatures are everywhere. You are not certain as to your destination within the city, but as you progress further, you see more resistance is ahead. There are many, many civilians roaming the roads and unfamiliar buildings, as well as two formidable guard towers from which flows a steady stream of foot soldiers who take to the streets in search of someone or something. It's not going to be easy to continue, even if you can figure out which way to go. As you are flying, however, you might actually get a good bearing on things, and I'm going to show you exactly what you see.
And can Cinna send the message to our friends in Stormhold?
Yeah.
You most certainly can. Let me find, where is the city of Haloth map?
Gone. Disappeared forever.
Honestly, I can't find it.
Shit!
to make
I
it
didn't
up.
mean that on purpose.
It's a
shit.
candy map.
Oh, here it is. Phew. I was like, oh my god, did I forget to upload it or something?
Oh wow.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Big ass spider.
That's a
Yep.
giant ass spider. Jesus fuck.
For the template.
So you can see you are coming from this cavern up here to the north, right here. Nope, I lied. You are coming from this cavern, coming from the north. And you make your way down, and you can see a lot of different things. For instance, you could see a bunch of warehouses where people are taking supplies. Looks like different foods, weapons, items, lots of different things are coming from here. This right here is a guard tower, ever vigilant, watching the same kind of station that you saw at the gates of Haloth, but about 10 times bigger. Absolutely massive, tall, and lots of lookouts. Many individuals with ballistas and looking at all sorts of things. As you progress a little bit forward, you notice that down here seems to be a low market. Not anything, no one's peddling anything nice. It's mostly just like rope and just a few gear things. Yeah, sure. And then
This is where Corona came.
over here, you can see looks to be the barracks as well as the war college, where training. You can see individuals being trained, young Drow, being trained with weapons and different kinds of armors and how to fight and things like that. Do you continue to progress?
I want to get a little bit closer to the Spider Spire thing, kind of try to zero in on if there's like seems to be something
event or lots of extra spiders going down there?
Sure. As you make your way over this way, you can see that the spiders are indeed heading towards this main massive. It looks like a stalagmite, but it goes all the way to the fucking ceiling, and we're talking several 100 feet high. This is the absolute biggest building in the entire city, and it looks like fresh stone, fresh rock. Like it has not been here for hundreds of years. It looks like the rock hasn't even oxidized yet. As you continue to fly over here, this building right here looks to be a temple of some sort. You're not sure what kind, but you can see pools of venom. And yeah, and then continuing over
What about
uh,
this?
this way, you can see that this building is cast in all shadow. Very similar to how you operate, where you kind of have this magical aura around you that's always shadow. This building looks like that. Continuing further to this building right here, it looks like some sort of a warren. What is a warren? I can't know what a warren is.
Where they keep
Breeding
animals.
ground for animals.
Sure. I don't know if it's necessarily animals. I will double check that, but I'm just reading the main like titles of things. And then as you fly around here to this absolutely terrifyingly massive spider, you can see that this is indeed a temple as well, similar to what Elora had told you. And this tower, from what you recall, from what you've learned about this area, can be none other than Tolgarath Tower.
And do I know from like when they were talking about like breaching the city, which general heading the main gate was? Is it where the spider mark is on the left, or
So
do I
if
not
you
know?
the back road, if you want to go to the back road, that's in the southeast, and then it curves around to the north to head back to the back road. So it's like a big old curve. And let's see what else. You would also know that this main area right here, you could see a little, like it's humid. There's mist coming from it. From what you recall, you don't know what is down there.
It wouldn't have been on the map that we made with the other drow that we met.
You know, maybe it would have. It was, this is to Lake. Oh, this is going to be tough. This is Zekelium. I'm going to type that one out. Lake Zekelium. But otherwise, you just kind of hang out near Tolgarath Tower, and in this tower you can see multiple windows. Many different individuals are inside this tower, moving about, whether it's guards, whether it's servants, whether it's high royalty. You can see people adorned with beautiful gowns of silk and gold and silver and all the sorts of things like that as you fly as a bat all around this area.
I think I got enough. I'm gonna start making my way back.
All right. You fly back, and in due time, nothing crazy happens. You are not seen, you are not heard, and you feel like you've gotten away quite easily.
All right. I'm gonna make my way back to the party. I'm gonna relay the rough outline of where things are. I'm like, okay, so I think they got some kind of dark, dirty drow spider ritual going on here. But then over here, we might be able to cut them off from the main gate if we do a preemptive attack on the barracks, or if we wanted to, or if the remaining forces wanted to go for a siege, we might want to go for the warehouses. But I don't trust on waiting too long, because I don't know why all those spiders are going to that giant spire, but I don't like it.
They're feeding a giant
Yeah.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Because that's what they're doing. They're
I
feeding the
know,
spider goddess
I
with
know,
souls.
but I could have gone through a whole mental. I could have gone through my whole, brain theater without that mental image.
Jesse, for next week, if you have any time, could we go in and mark some more spots on this map that we would have known from that conversation?
Sure. Yeah.
Also, so Warren's basically just a bunch of series of tunnels that rabbits live in.
Yeah, I posted.
Got it.
Or spiders.
How you know, viewers or viewer? What's the count at today?
As high as 6 at one point, but I think we're down to
Oh boy.
probably all of us. And Sporelina, or not Sporelina, Cinnamoira wanted to send that message that I typed up.
Yep.
The Winterflower has. Okay, speak it out loud. Go ahead.
All right, I cast sending and I send it to our friends. The Winterflower has reached its destination. How long to rally up front? Have Vicmandir and Topsider send friends? We have made friends in our travels.
Now, who are you sending this to?
Yeah, of Embla.
Yes. I am sending it to Mia Vembla.
All right. So
I couldn't remember how to pronounce the name.
after a moment, you hear back. Aye, it's good to hear from you. We've been making our rounds, headed down to Haloth as we talk. Met up with devilish-like creatures, seem to have the same agenda. And then it cuts off.
That wasn't good.
Gotta send that one.
Wait, can I just recommunicate?
Yeah, on the spell slot. If you want to do it again.
We're not planning on breaching tonight anyway. We're planning on taking a rest, so I figure let's get all that shit out.
Yeah, okay. I just need to find... Okay, I'm going to relay the 25 words, Mia, keep it brief. How long?
Maybe 3, maybe 4 days. Take off the head of the serpent, or the spider, whatever the fuck. We will distract the main army.
I relay that to the group.
So, looks like we're a strike force then. Y'all ready to die in a glorious mass of spiders?
Well, I was hoping it was going to be, above world things, not spiders, but sure.
All right, well, that kind of works. If we have a few days' time to sabotage, we could go after House Yvain first. There might be something of mine there that would help us for the final battle. Plus, they're responsible for maintaining the defenses of the city. So it's very possible that if we take them out, it might make the distraction job easier once the army gets here.
I like it.
And I did like actually, Kaelor, your thought on possibly taking out warehouses too. That might be something we should look into. Perhaps that's what we use Sporelina's spore bomb idea for.
I like that.
Does anybody else have any kind of like delayed blast abilities that used aiding with that kind of thing?
Incident only.
Barry.
Very.
Barry looks at you quizzically like, what should I do?
Oh, Barry, my beautiful, handsome boy. You just keep being beautiful, you.
Skitter comes up onto Cinnamoira's head, starts messing up Cinnamoira's hair, just making it all frizzy and stuff, and then pokes your cheek and points at Barry, and then points at itself as best it can, and then jumps into your bag, hiding.
I don't. Okay, this is gonna be a really big stretch. Would this thing know how to write in the sand, in the dirt?
We're gonna roll you 100. I kind of like the idea. Above a 25, it will work. It was meant to be. All right. So
Okay, Bubba, Skitter, come on out, buddy. I need you to write things down in sand because I don't know what any of that meant. I'm a little
All right.
distracted right now, buddy. I'm sorry.
You see Skitter run around into the dirt and like run back and forth. And you don't realize what the fuck he's doing. He's just having zoomies right now. And then you realize he's making lines. And then he goes to the top left of the line and he starts to write big bone guy. Next line. Very big to see. Next line. Hide? Question mark.
Yes, Skitter, very good point. Very good idea. We just don't know where to hide.
Like, I think I can probably help with that.
Oh, yeah?
I could turn him into like a mouse or something.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for like an hour at a time, though, so we'd have to be, pretty selective when we want to use him.
90% sure he is immune to polymorph.
I'll have to double check.
I think all golems are immune to shape-shifting abilities.
Let's see. Oh, immutable form. Any spell or effect that would alter its form.
I like the idea of Sporelina. That's really a good idea. I could try my disguise self. No, would that work on other people? Or would that just work on me? Do I even have that? And it would still be shape-shifting, never mind. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, the wind walk works on it. That's blowing a...
Well, and she would have to
Next level spells.
concentrate the whole time, too.
Actually, I don't... Focus... Stations? No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure. It's not?
No, it happened.
I feel like it should be a concentration spell. Well, I guess that's a good thing, though.
Yeah. And if we had... Maybe if we had a portable hole? Or, I mean, we could also try and find some kind of large fungus or tree inside the... You didn't happen to see anything growing inside the city while you were in there?
Did I?
Growing in terms of what?
Any
Like-
it's not anything large enough to tree stride through.
Definitely not. No fungus
Damn
was
it.
really seen. And if it was fungus, it was tiny.
Damn it.
I mean, we could just pass without a trace and hope for the best. I don't think we have any like magical items that can help him hide. Any other suggestions?
Ah.
Invisibility, perhaps.
Yeah, ain't got that one.
I don't think I have invisibility.
And I think you do, but you just have to take a long rest to replace it.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably pull it out of the book, but I don't have it right now.
Question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Can Barry attune to magic items?
Yeah, that's a big no for me, dog.
Oh, come on.
No. Barry is already impossibly overpowered. It doesn't need more.
What? Okay. Question. We still have a
Yes,
magical lamp that we've never used.
It's true.
Did we ever figure out what it does?
Remember,
That
you
that
guys
was
got
that
it
was
a
top
while ago.
size. Yeah, that was top side. So I don't remember if we ever
Oh,
identified it.
I need to remember what the fuck it was.
Magic lamp.
It was from the gem dealer outside of the Rybalka. Mork stole it out of his hidden bag of holding.
I remember this. Yeah, I don't recall if you identified it or not. I don't think any of you have identify.
Nope.
I mean, we could always cast lead. Taking us sleepies anyway.
True. I will cast Legend Lore.
Right. Describe what happens as you cast Legend Lore on this lamp.
It zaps the living daylights out of me. I twitch a little bit, and then I recall what it does.
All of the knowledge immediately pours over you. This lamp has been around all of this world. It has been around for probably thousands of years, gone from civilization to civilization, merchant to merchant. People have passed it along, but its magic seems to only work maybe once every 100 years or so. As for the last time that this magic lamp was used, was about 99 years ago. As for what it does, Legend Lore, I believe, just tells you the lore of the item, what it's done, what it's been through. But you could probably assume that when an individual holds the lamp thrice in hand and wishes for whatever they desire, something occurs. For better or for worse, the
Holding
wish
a wish spell for its third level.
When
But
you
it
wish
only
upon a lamp.
recharges once every 100 years. And you are in year 99.
It's
But we have to wait a whole year
practically
to use it?
useless. Yep.
You're in year 99. It could be, you would know that down to the day. It's probably several months away.
Okay, well, that's useful.
I just kind of chuck it to the side like a piece of garbage. Like
Uh,
no explanation, just chuck it, and then I'm sure you guys freak out, and then I explain it.
How many more sendings can you cast?
Let me see. I think I've got one more.
You can cast it at higher levels too.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything extra, but you can higher level spell slot.
Oh,
You got
then
a lot.
we're good. Then we're good. Then we Gucci.
Okay.
We Gucci.
Because something that Kaelor said about his little fly around, he said that they looked like they were looking for someone in particular. I'm just wondering who that might be. When you were flying around, Kaelor, did you see any undead walking about? I know that Makinga's like the queen of the undead in Haloth, but did you see any out on patrol or anything like that?
Yes, you did, Kaelor.
Yes.
As like servants, they are generally regarded as servants, or like, yeah, they are mostly servants.
Mostly servants for the more well off, looks like.
Well, if undead are servants, and I'm Gailoof, of House Golian, Makinga's Makinga of House Golian, would it be terribly out of the blue for me to have some kind of crazy monstrosity undead with me?
Was there any undead nearly as garish as Barry?
Fuck no. It was mostly undead drow. And maybe the occasional ghoul
to be
or
fair,
skeleton.
To be fair, Barry is also mostly undead.
Just mostly just, not amalgamations of bodies. I don't know how much attention he would draw, but it would at the very least be a copious display of wealth, I guess. I feel like that's something they value.
So before we go to bed, does anybody feel like picking off a drow patrol or two?
I'll never say no to murder.
Jeez, of course not.
If we
Yeah, I guess.
if we do go hunt down a couple of them, we have to just make sure that there are no survivors, so that they can't send word.
That is the
Oh
risk.
no, how terrible.
Well, it could be terrible if we are really bad at what we're doing and we let one escape.
Yeah, we're gonna go track down a patrol and thin the herd a little bit.
All right. Are you planning on stealing anything from them, or taking anything from them, or just thinning the herd?
I think that Sporelina has in her notes that she has a couple of Drow sets of clothing. So I would just make sure we have enough for the whole party.
I might try to take one of their bodies.
As like an undead servant.
Yes.
Can you raise dead?
I can finger of death them.
I can raise dead.
Wait, Finger of Death, does that turn him into like a zombie?
A humanoid killed by this spell rises at the start of your next turn as a zombie that is permanently under your command, following your verbal orders to the best of its ability.
Fuck. That's awesome.
You do that more than once.
I can only because of slots I can do that only once.
Okay.
Do you like quicken spell or convert slots back to 7th level or whatever?
You could
If there's a way to do that, I don't know about it.
I don't think it's up to 7th level though. I think you
Yeah.
could.
It's like what? It's like a warlock slot. You get one, and that's it.
I mean,
But
I
it's
could
only one a day.
I could raise dead, but it would require diamonds, and we want to keep those around for resurrection.
All right.
Oh wait, I'm
so,
thinking a different one.
I can also raise dead.
Raise dead is the one that brings you back to life.
Yeah, I'm thinking animate dead.
Is it?
I think it is animate dead. But anyway, so you guys head off a little bit backward, northward, up the trail, looking for any kind of a drow party. You do, in fact, find a small scouting party. We do not have to roll combat. However, I would like Kaelor to roll a D100. If you roll a 10 or below, your Finger of Death somehow does not work. So you either go wide, or it doesn't kill them outright, or whatever happens. They save their Constitution saving throw. I don't know.
Roll below what?
If you get below a 10 on a
Oh, okay.
D100. So a 10% chance it won't work. You are good. You now have a permanent drow ghoul or zombie or whatever it is. And you guys are able to grab 5 new outfits of drow should you so choose to use them. Barry probably smashed one of them. There were probably 6, but Barry just
Okay, so 4 bodies
destroyed
left.
one. Sure.
Cool. I will upgrade him to tier 8 before we go to bed.
Oh my god. Wait, how can it be tier 8 if you need to up your health and stuff?
I had... Oh, not for tier 8, no. That was between 6 and 7, which he blew past.
Damn it. Hold off on tier 8. Well, I need to pump the brakes on that.
Come on, we're going into the final scenes, Jen.
Don't worry. This isn't the end. There's still plane walking you guys have to do. All right, so you guys have these outfits, and you guys are ready to go to bed, and I think this is a good place for us to stop so that I can prep for the city of Haloth.
Sweet.
Huzzah.
Well, there we go. All right. Well,
and Sporelina will be back for next session, hopefully. She was
Yes.
really busy, and so she couldn't make it. And we had to listen to Jeremy's terrible accent of Sporelina.
like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is pretty good, actually. Like, I'm totally whatever.
It actually is pretty good. But yeah, we will hopefully see Sporelina back next time. Thank you all who joined us, and we will see you next Monday.
I cannot wait for these shenanigans. And the terrible rolls that will cause, I'm sure, our undue death.
I'm excited. Halath is fun. There's a lot of stuff.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.